The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Let's go, Lamar. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. I got you.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On now the punter, Trevor Daniel. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Huntley. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is fielded inside the 5. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Huntley. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Ravens, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jennings now on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Breaks the tackle now at Alley. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 23-yard line. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready. It looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense.
Out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Quick pass out to Juju. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Gibson, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 38 yards on the scamper there. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Open man is Duvernay. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
55 is my guy, 55. We ain't giving up there. Hey, report. Report. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Devin Bush. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Huntley. Got an open man. It's Washington. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Pittsburgh.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Huntley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
And the Steelers.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Throwing again. Huntley. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, dude. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
To throw again. Huntley. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Huntley. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
46-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Huntley. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Third down.
Operating from the gun, Huntley trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to take over right there at the 20. Two-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside.
Pass complete.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Complete.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Steelers 17. Ravens.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Go, go, go. Check. 53 is mark. Check. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Dobbins, and down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. To throw again on second down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw again is Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Ravens 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a give right side. Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score, Steelers 24, Ravens 14.